By mingling with others and providing for their needs, doors that were once closed are now open.
Kita tidak memiliki
Whether they are pedicab drivers or trash collectors, we befriend them. Because of this, some of the people we have met still have a good relationship with us to this day.
baik dengan kita.
Kita berkunjung dari rumah ke rumah.
We visit from house to house, bringing health check equipment so that at the end of our conversation we can check their cholesterol, blood sugar, and uric acid levels, or a healthy lifestyle.
Sederhana mengenai New Start atau pola hidup sehat.
We never know how God will use us each day when we wake up. Please pray for our global mission pioneers in Indonesia.
It was so great, but it's now over and we're here to share some highlights. So if you guys look on the walls here, you'll see some octopuses. There's each one represents each group that the kids, we had 4 groups, and as the week went by, the kids wrote down on the little chains, the little links, they wrote down praises and requests. So as you see the arms, the length of those arms, that is full of prayer requests and praises from our kids. So that was pretty cool. And with that, I'm going to invite the kids that not just came to VBS, but all kids to come and meet me up here. We're going to give you guys a warm and special welcome. Come on, kids. Come on up. If you didn't come for VBS and you'd like to join us, you're welcome. Come on up.
Can you imagine what it's like to be all wrapped up tight in a cuddle, with 8 arms all wrapped around? It would be hard to make a sound in the snuggle. Oh, I'm not sure how I would be if an octopus hugged me, 'cause I know with all those arms I would be wrapped from neck to knee. But if those arms came with an octopus's charm and were wrapped around with love sent from heaven above, well, I'd be more than just delighted. I'd be really quite excited to have 8 long arms of love wrapped around me. Can you imagine what it's like to be all wrapped up tight in a cuddle, with Jesus' arms all wrapped around? It would be hard to make a sound in the snuggle. Oh, I'm not sure how I would be if my Jesus hugged me, 'cause I know those loving arms would wrap me up so completely, and those strong arms would keep me warm and safe from harm, and would be wrapped around with love sent straight from heaven above. So I'd be more than just delighted. I'd be really quite excited wrapped around me. Yes, I'd be more than just delighted. I'd be really quite excited to have Jesus' arms of love wrapped around me.
Amen. Perfect. All right, so that is your welcome. Wait, come back. All right, we've got a clownfish song for you, and we have a couple of fun songs prepared for you guys this morning, but just to show that God's creativity and his love, it just oozes out of him, and it's just so wonderful to enjoy God's nature. So here's the clownfish. It just shows how special his creation is, including us.
Way down at the bottom of the sea, God placed the sea anemone. Clownfish swim there day by day, around the stingers they do play. They don't get stung, God made it that way. Way down at the bottom of the sea, way down at the bottom of the sea. Way down at the bottom of the sea, God placed the sea anemone. The clownfish swim there day by day, around the stingers they do play. They don't get stung, God made it that way. Way down at the bottom of the sea, way down at the bottom of the sea, way down at the bottom of the sea.
Happy Sabbath. Okay. All right, perfect. Sorry, guys, I'm down here. The next one is Touch of Pearl. The words of this one is just so beautiful, and it applies to not just the kids, it applies to all of us. So listen carefully and sing along if you want.
When a grain of sand happens to land right inside an oyster, something wonderful starts to happen, and the sand is sand no more. Well, the grain of sand touched God's hand right inside the oyster. God changed the sand into something grand, and now the sand's a pearl, and something wonderful, something marvelous, something really grand will happen to us when we touch God's hand, 'cause he can make pearls from the sand. Well, like the sand, we're not so grand. We need a friend in Jesus. He loves us so more than we can know, and it's a love that's true. And like the sand, when we touch God's hand and hold on very tightly, he'll change us too into something new. He'll make a pearl of me and you, and something wonderful, something marvelous, something really grand will happen to us when we touch God's hand, 'cause he can make pearls from the sand. And something wonderful, something marvelous, something really grand will happen to us when we touch God's hand, 'cause he can make pearls from the sand. Yes, he can make pearls from the sand. He can make a pearl, he can make a pearl, he can make a pearl from the sand.
Amen. Pause. All right, perfect. All right. Seal of approval. This is a fan favorite. Guys, are you ready? Let's clear our throats. Chest up and out. Heads held high. And let's begin.
God gives you his seal of approval. Seal of approval. Seal of approval. He gives you his seal, so you know for real that you are special to him.
Excellent. Amen on that one. Alrighty, the next song is a puffin song. You just have to follow along and keep up because it goes kind of quick. All right, guys.
How many fish can you catch at once?
Lots, I'd like to think.
Well, a puffin would answer with a splash and a splish and catch 12 fish in his beak.
12?
All of the fish would be lined in a row, heads together and tails just so. He does all the sun down under the sea. How he does it is a mystery. How many fish can you catch at once?
Lots, I'd like to think.
Well, a puffin would answer with a splash and a splish and catch 12 fish in his beak.
Oh, there is nothing like a puffin. God made him the best that he could be. This bird is made just perfectly. And that's how God made me and you, filled with potential through and through.
How many fish can you catch at once?
Lots, I'd like to think. Well, a puffin would answer with a splash and a splish and catch 12 fish in his beak.
12. All right, perfect. All right, our last fun song with all of God's creatures. We learned a lot about God's animals, sea creatures, that were created on day 5. Day 5. All right, perfect. So the last one that we're going to sing about, the last animal we're going to sing about anyway, is the jellyfish. You guys ready? Yes. All right.
With a belly full of jelly and legs like string, the jellyfish is no ordinary thing. With a belly full of jelly and legs like string, the jellyfish can give you quite a sting. With a belly full of jelly and legs like string, that's how God made the jellyfish. With a belly full of jelly and legs like string, the jellyfish is no ordinary thing. With a belly full of jelly and legs like string, the jellyfish can give you quite a sting. With a belly full of jelly and legs like string, that's how God made the jellyfish. God made it, he didn't wish. God made the jellyfish.
Excellent. Amen. So we have our last song, and we're going to ask the audience, the congregation, to stand, and you guys are going to join us. But guess what? This song is real short, so don't worry. It's in English and then in Spanish. Rise, please. And the words are on the screen.
Happy Sabbath, and that was enjoyable. Although I was a little disappointed, none of the kids came back to the AV booth to hug us. So we were a little disappointed in that. But that's okay. We understand. We're kind of hidden back there in the dark. We have several announcements. I think we have a couple people that want to make announcements too also, so if you could please come up here. But the first one we want to do is a second reading for membership transfer for Jeanette Spencer. And I'm going to say this wrong, the Holbenwald's SDA Church to our beloved church, and unfortunately, I don't think she's here today. So, anyways, I guess I need a motion. I have a second. All in favor, just raise your hand. Okay, the motion passes. There is a hike today after